Well, again, this is Milton City Councilman Matt Kunz from District 2, and again, these thoughts are my own. I don't speak on behalf of everybody in the council, but had another city council meeting work session tonight. Real quick, just kind of run through what these items were. First of all, we had a discussion on our impact fees. We're required by law to report what we collected on impact fees and where those fees are going to be spent in the city. So just so you know how those work, when we first became a city and a subdivision was being built or a development was being built, we did not assume a additional charge for the impact of that property. So by creating an impact fee program, we actually require the development to pay a fee for those residents in Milton that are already here and are impacted by the additional services that must be provided for new people moving into the city. So that was established several years ago, and by law we're required to continue to let people know what we're going to do with the money that's collected. So last fiscal year we collected about $1.3 million, and so what we did with this report is report to the state what our intending is to allocate those funds for police and fire, parks, things like that, trail systems, what it is we have in our system. So that was the first thing we discussed. The long meeting was with regards to our plan for the Milton Country Club, and as we're looking at that as a Parks and Rec program, we're trying to figure out exactly how we're going to develop that park in phases. So there's 3 parts to the park. There's the active area where the swim and tennis is, and there's also a question whether or not we're going to put our a playground there for all kids, including those with disabilities, and we want to make sure that everybody has access to that. So it's a great program by Children's Healthcare of Atlanta that's putting that together. They've raised $700,000 to put a park like that somewhere in the city. They're hoping it goes there. But we're also looking at how we open the trails, how we build the clubhouse as well. So probably an initial phase 1 might cost roughly $1.2 million, but we're looking at that in future subsequent meetings about exactly what that's going to look like. So the last thing we talked about was the broadband bill that was actually passed by the state of Georgia and what that is. So basically what had happened in the past was that if a wireless or service provider wanted to come to the city of Milton, they had to come before our council and negotiate an agreement with us to be allowed to put up a cell tower or something like that. The current state system is trying to provide 5G in all of the state of Georgia, and in doing so, it has created a system where cellular providers or wireless providers can bypass local municipalities, but they will be putting in smaller technology pieces around that will allow for greater access for 5G. So what does that look like? That means that they can place these tinier technological devices on different locations, and they don't have to come directly to negotiate with the city to do it. Now, there are some things that they would have to do. For example, if we ask as a city to show us where do you intend to put these things, they would have to provide that to us. But as far as it goes, the state law is a backdrop, and as a city, we'll have to pass an ordinance that'll be similar to the state law. But then we'll also want to say, look, if you are going to do this, tell us what you think you're going to have. So that's kind of it, and appreciate all that you do for the city of Milton. If you have any questions, let me know, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.